Ships sunk vigor of the waves are skimming barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning. Rise and reign.
It was Lear here. Neil Shades back with another shaving video. As you can see from the background, I am not at home. I'm on the road right now, so I thought I would do a little impromptu video just to kind of show you what my travel honing setup is. I think I've done something like this before, but I just had a few minutes. You know, I busted out the stones and I was just doing a little bit of honing. First of all, I'll show you the JNAT. You guys have seen this before. This is a Nakayama, or labeled as a Nakayama. It was used in a barbershop in Japan that was open, I think, for over 50 years. It's a hard stone. It was labeled as a 5+. I would probably agree with it. It's probably a good 5 on there. You guys can see it's, I don't know if you want to call it beautiful or ugly. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The back, it's got some nice little kawa on there. It's got the year that it was purchased by the store, which is, I believe it's April 20th, 39. 39 is Showa 39. I forgot to look up the year, but yeah, that's when it was bought. But pretty cool. It is sealed. It's got clear cashew on it. Sealed it's pretty neat. So that's the stone. I've also been using this to hand hone. I think I'm doing better. I'm working on a razor right now that I will show you guys. And then I'm gonna go down the line of the Nagura that I use. Again, I've shown these before. I just take them all with me. Got the Botan here. It's a Botan Nagura. Pretty cool little guy. It's got some like little striping action on there. It's pretty slick. This is also has, I believe it's a thin coat of cashew lacquer. Pretty cool. So there's the Botan. Then here's the Tenjo. I've shown these before, but I just kind of wanted to put it all together in one video. See if people are interested, whatever, you know. That's it. This one has a little bit of striping too. It's got a cool little color pattern to it. It's pretty slick. I'm working on the Tenjo slurry right now. Next is the Majiro. Yep, pretty cool. This it's kind of an odd shape, right? So it's a little bit. This one's a little bit weird to make a slurry on, but it's got, you know, it's got some, I don't know if you want to call them imperfections, but it's not dirt. It's just stuff that's kind of embedded into the stone. Pretty cool. Off color, right? Got yellow on this side, a little whitish. There's the bottom. Yep. And then this is the coma that I use. This is not sealed. I do want to put some sealing on it just to kind of protect it a little bit more. But yeah, so this one was actually procured from can't remember his name now. He's got the Japan stone. I forgot his name. It'll come back to me later. But yeah, I use this one. I'm still learning how to use all this stuff, but I thought it was actually pretty neat to just kind of show you guys what I'm using. And yes, I have a lot of growth. But yeah, this stone is got. I love the smell of these. They're really cool. But if I want to, it's kind of set up to slurry from different sides. This side and the bottom. I use this as the bottom. So whenever it stops raining back home, I think I'll bust out my what do I got? I got a shellac, and I will go ahead and I will just, you know, give this a good sealing. And finally, here's one of my Tomonoguras. This is don't know if you guys know or been following me long enough, but a few years ago I bought a Ozuku Koppa from Chef Knives to Go, and I decided to have it cut up into some Tomonogura. Mike Schultz is the guy who did that for me, so thank you, man. I really appreciate that. He did a fantastic job on putting these together. I got 3 or 4 of these, and of course I gave him one for sure, because I mean, he did the work. He did a fantastic job. And here's the strop that I've been using, trying to get to grips with. So it's just I don't even know if this is a real leather. It might be an imitation leather. This is a strop that I got from a bunch of gold dollars that I bought while I was in China like 5 years ago or something like that. And I thought, I'm glad I kept one. I threw some of them away. But it does have a canvas side to it. And then it's got this little cheap, I don't know if it's real leather or just an imitation leather, but I think it's good enough. And I've been, you know, using this, trying to get used to it as I play around with honing and stuff like that. But one thing that I've noticed, it kind of bows in the center. So I've noticed when I'm stropping, I don't get a great hit across the entire edge. So I kind of have to really play around a little bit and strop different portions of the blade at the time, instead of, you know, going like a little X pattern across the strop. And now here's a little razor that I'm going to show you guys that I've been working on. It's actually really, really cool. It's a class, shucks. I can't pronounce that label. I cannot pronounce that name. Class Tornblom. Let's see here. See if you guys can see that right there. And it's got a little stamp on the tang there. It's a 950R. Maddie Lindholm helped me do a little bit of research on this. I have no idea when this particular razor might have been made, but it's actually really, really cool. You can see it's got that little faux frame back. I've been digging this shape of razor. Pretty cool. Really, really thin though. Really, really light. It's a Swedish steel. You can see I still have some Sharpie on there from when I was doing the bevel set. This is a hard freaking steel. First time I ever tried honing a Swedish Swedish steel razor, and I noticed it hit differently on the stones versus a gold dollar or even a Sheffield, right? So I definitely can feel the difference. And you know, just the swarf seemed like it took forever for it to start building up on that 1.5K. But I felt I had a good enough bevel to get going. So that's what I've been doing right now. I just finished off the Botan, and I started the Tenjo, the edge right now with the Tenjo. I think it kind of came back a little bit, so I'm still working it. I noticed the razor feels flat, but I do notice that I have a hard time hitting it on this side of the heel versus this side of the heel. So I guess that would be the away from the skin towards the skin. I don't know. Guess it depends what hand you use. But yeah, this is actually a really cool razor. I bought this on my trip to Boise, Idaho. You guys will never ever guess how much. All right, you guys guess? $8. $8 for this. I could not pass it up. I bought a Gillette Fat Boy as well. This was a 1961 or 62 in a case for $12. It needs some work. It needs to be cleaned up really good. But it opens and closes really well. There's just a bunch of gunk inside of it and a little bit of rust spots. I haven't had a chance to try to clean that up myself. If I ever get a chance to, I would love to send it off to Razor Emporium for them to give it a little tune-up. Downside, right, obviously, is the bottom of the Fat Boy. It's got the pressed piece on the inside where it doesn't have the screw hole, so you can unscrew the cap at the bottom of the, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the twist to open part. So yeah, so that nothing I can do on my own, right? But yeah, so hopefully one day I'll be able to get the $50 and just get it done. But yeah, that's what it is. So that's my travel setup, guys. This is what I take with me, and I always bring some sort of razor with me. I got this one. I got a couple others. You guys have seen the other ones before, but yeah, it's just, you know, I just bring cheap razors, stuff that I didn't pay a lot of money for, just so I can practice while I'm on the road and while I have some time in the hotel, right? So yeah, that's what it is. Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And as always, everybody, God bless each and every one of you. And as always, don't text and drive. God bless.